The scene, there was an encounter where two officers fired shots. That individual was later pronounced dead at a local hospital. The Missouri State Highway Patrol is investigating the incident. Well, now that Christmas is behind us, you might be looking for a place to get rid of that live Christmas tree of yours. The Joplin Recycling Center says you can drop them off at Humphrey Park, McIndoe Park, or the Public Works Center. Your news, a service of KCU Joplin recently voted a great college to work for. KCU Joplin's hiring dental faculty for the spring to educate future dentists in their state-of-the-art clinic. Learn more at kansascity.edu/jobs. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-208-9TIP. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
It's going to be cloudy today. A slight chance of snow flurries mixed with light rain is likely to continue. And then tonight, another chance of snow flurries in the overnight hours. And on Wednesday, a slight chance of snowfall throughout the day. Lows down around 30, highs near 36. On Wednesday night, slight chance of snow flurries. It'll be ending in the overnight. And then on Thursday, partly sunny with highs near 41 and lows around 28. KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is showing a lot of heavy cloud cover across a lot of the 4 states. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app. It's time now for the KIX Kids Pledge. And today, we're featuring Austin from Joplin.
To the flag and meet to student America and the student president to sing woman get under God and Jethro.
Great job, Austin. And if you'd like your kids to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, just go to KIX1025.com and go to the Morning KIX page. Click on the button there to find out how to upload your audio. Well, now that the Christmas holiday is over, of course, we're going to get a post-review phone call from Santa as we do every year. I'm sure it's going to be happening in the next 20 minutes. Here's Morgan Wallen on KIX. Morning, everybody. Happy after Christmas. How was your Christmas holiday? Is anybody here? I kind of figured that everybody is still kind of getting over their Christmas holiday. I know a lot of people are, in fact, traveling today because they were at families yesterday, and a lot of people took the holiday off so that they could have that time to get back. There we go. Morning, Jimmy. Yeah, you and Megan. And I figure we probably will have pretty low numbers, at least today, if not for the rest of this week while people are trying to get back into the swing of things. This is just a weird week. Having Christmas on a Monday screws up everything. I would much rather have it on a Friday if we had to have it at a weekend than on a Monday. Because there's that old argument, of course, which would you rather have off Monday or a Friday? So we've got our special day after Christmas call with Santa. That's going to be, it's going to be happening later this hour. So here's the big question. What'd you get for Christmas? I don't know about you, but I got a new iPhone 15. Congratulations, Jimmy. Speaking of phones, so my phone, over the last couple of weeks or so, it's been shown that it's running out of memory, which is stupid because I have nothing on here. Nothing. No pictures, nothing. I don't keep anything on my phone. I cloud store everything. And it's not full of apps, even though it said it was. So even though I have less apps on it now, or I had less apps on it than I did when I first got the phone. So I'd gone through and deleted everything that I could. So what happens is your apps eventually store up memory cache in them, and they begin to take up all your memory on your phone. And these phones don't have a lot of memory space. The older ones don't. So I decided I went into researching resetting my phone, which is what you do when your phone gets pretty old, like mine's getting. And really searched everywhere. Does the Google backup of your cell phone really restore everything properly? Meaning all your documents, all your files, all your apps, all their settings to where it was just like it was. No, it does not. They say it does. And Samsung makes the same claim, but they do not. None of them do. So I have spent the last 4 or 5 days trying to remember sign-ins and logins to everything and trying to get everything put back. There are some accounts that I had on my phone that I still have not been able to sign into just because, for stupid reasons. I mean, like, because the apps don't work well. Like GroupMe, if you signed in with Facebook, it wants to sign you back in with Facebook, but it requires that you put in an email for it to verify first. But it insists that you use the email that you created as your username, which if you've changed emails, so that was like 10 years ago, my email has changed twice since then. So I cannot get a reset email for that account. Going to have to literally start all over from scratch because of that stupid oversight on that company's part. Megan had a great Christmas. We did too. Yesterday was all day long. We spent Saturday and Sunday at my wife's family, and then we came home Sunday evening, and then the girls all came over yesterday and spent the whole day. So it was nonstop noise and kids all day long. Poor Bella is going to have to do therapy for the rest of the week to be able to recover. Because Amber, my oldest daughter, her son, Mahangadine Flummox, that's the name I gave him. He is... And your birthday. Yeah, sorry I missed your birthday, Megan. But he is at that age. He's right now just turned 3 recently. So he wants to chase the dog continually. And Bella wants to have nothing to do with him. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen. Jen's got the week off. It's 7-11. It's going to be cloudy today. Could see some light snow flurries throughout the day mixed in with some light rain. And we'll tell you all about that with a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes. Later this hour, we're supposed to get our post-Christmas Santa Claus call because he always calls to check in with us and see how we think the holiday went and all of that. So that's supposed to happen later in this hour. And since it is the day after Christmas, and who knows, some of you might be going through Christmas music withdrawal symptoms or whatever. So we've got our traditional day after Christmas that we're going to do in the next 10 minutes. Here's Carrie Underwood on the 4 states #1 for country, KIX 102.5. 'Twas the day after Christmas. So what trouble did Jen get into last week? I was kind of surprised. I came in this morning and she had not, I mean, other than the cleaning up I did after her wedding a week ago Friday, nothing had been done. So I think Jimmy's, aren't these no, these are Melissa's lanterns that are in here. I assume she's going to come get those sometime. Oh, boy. I did. So it is time for me to make year-end purchases for my business, And so I made the decision and bit the bullet and am going to a new system. The deal that I play that makes all my sounds for my guitar and stuff like that. I'm going to a new system, which is a huge thing for me because this is a huge education process and it takes weeks to learn something like that. So I have been in classes all week. Even though I don't have the unit yet, it's not supposed to get here until this Friday. I've been in classes all week long trying to figure out and learn as much as I can before it gets here. So go ahead and take a drink. Yeah, my week off was good, except that's all I did really. We watched a lot of TV. We finished up the entire series Cheers, the old TV show. We watched all. We were about halfway through that, so I think we were on season 5 or 6. So we watched the rest of that. We watched movies. We went to the gym. We really just rested. This is traditionally the week before Christmas or the week after Christmas. We do nothing. We know that the holidays are going to be a mad, crazy rush, and we usually take our winter vacation in January. So we don't do anything. I spent time in the studio playing around, kind of doing maintenance, and then doing that lessons thing where I'm learning to program this new unit that is going to come in. I'm a little nervous about that, but hopeful. It is about 3 times the processing power of what I currently use, but it's a whole different platform. It's like switching from Windows to Apple, and it's a whole different language structure, a whole different way of approaching things. So it's kind of like that. So I'm sure this is going to be interesting for the next few weeks while I go through that. And I'm so excited because a week from this Saturday, I will be in Mexico. Cannot wait. Yes. Oh my gosh. So my daughter and her husband, my oldest daughter and her husband, and then my middle daughter's husband, they are all huge football fans. So before they came over yesterday, there's like, do you have a way to watch the Chiefs game? And I'm like, of course. So we put it on, and after lunch, it started at around 11:30 noon or whatever, and they started watching it. And it was me and Candace went in and actually played video games in the studio and messed around in there. But you could hear them yelling and screaming from the living room. They were so mad. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 718. Here's Chris Jansen and Dunn on KIX 102.5. I hope so, Jimmy, but I don't know. I mean, based on this blizzard that is going through the Midwest right now, that could affect us. I'm hoping that gets out of the way before I have to go to KC, because it's almost a definite that is going to affect KC. So, yeah, I'm hoping I can get out of here before all of that crap happens. Uh-oh. I am going to have to go to the bathroom before too much longer. Oh, we got to finish this break first. I hope I do, Megan. That's my goal, is to not be here, to not have to go through the worst of winter. Last year, that's the way it worked out. I'm hoping it can work out that way again and not interfere with the flights and everything, though. That's my fear, is that winter will hit, or a winter storm will hit right when we're trying to leave. Here we go. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen. Jen's got the week off all this week, but we've got to look at the weather forecast for you in just 5 minutes, tell you about the chance, slight though it may be, of some snow in the forecast. That light chance of flurries to continue through today, tonight, and tomorrow, and we'll tell you all about that in about 6 minutes. Of course, now that Christmas is over, some of you may be suffering from withdrawal symptoms from the lack of holiday music, especially if you were all up into the middle of that all last week, and then just to cut it off like that. So we thought there ought to be some post-Christmas of some sort, and we put together a little 'Twas the Day After Christmas to commemorate the fact that the holidays are now over.
'Twas the day after Christmas, and all through the house, wrapping paper was scattered and there were toys all about. The stockings were flung on the floor without care. Dirty glasses and plates and crumbs everywhere. The alarm clock is ringing while you're snug in your bed with an eggnog hangover pounding in your head. And so we exclaim to help you get on your way, get your butt out of bed! You've got to work today!
I had trouble finding that, so I'm going to save that in here. Oh, you stupid. All right. I will be right back. Thanks to Amazon. Oh, no, Jimmy. What happened? Tell me. I'll come back and see in just a second. Haven't had a drink since the bridal shower party. Well, that's a good thing. Uh, One of the things my daughters got me, they got me this beanie, which I'm not big on wearing beanies unless it's cold, but I really like this one. And Amber also got me this shirt, which I love because it says, I can't read Japanese. Literally says, I don't read Japanese. And what was really cool, they got me this shirt and a couple other things. And then when everything was done, I hadn't even noticed, but Candace and Amber had left the room and they went and brought stockings out because we always have stockings filled for all the kids and everything, but we never do for us. Of course not. But they filled stockings for us this year. And that just, almost brought a tear to my eye, their thoughtfulness. That was crazy. Morning, Romelda. The mic? Who's the mic? Yeah, don't let Jen see it. She'll steal it. You're absolutely right, Jimmy. Jen has a thing for beanies, but I really like it. I can't. remember what kind it is, and I took the tag off, but it's got a little leather tag there on the edge of it. And then after that, me and Candy, we played Star Wars, the Star Wars game that I went so nuts about last year. I let her play it, and of course, what took me hours to get through, she just right through. It was a little frustrating watching her play because she had absolutely no trouble where I had crazy troubles before. Oh no, Megan. At least you got one of those Bluetooth microphones. Eek. So you've got to deal with the volume of that all the time. I remember Lauren or Candace? I think it was Lauren that had a microphone. It was just a little plastic toy microphone. Didn't hook up to anything, but it had a spring inside it. So when you yelled inside it, it like reverbed. It vibrated the spring and created its own little reverb. So you'd hear like a reverb make your voice sound like you were on a PA system. And she would run around with that thing in front of her mouth all day long. And it wasn't hooked to any speaker. And I was trying to think. So Murph, the McRibisback Turkelson, he got an ice cream shop set up. And he could make ice cream cones. And he came with a menu and everything. So he was going around to everybody. It wasn't real ice cream. It was, they had plastic cones or cups. And you would put your plastic ice cream in it. And then you could put a plastic topping on top of those. And you could build it up as up to this tall, multiple scoops of ice cream. So he would come around and take your order, and he would give you play money to use to pay for the order. But no matter what we were doing, and then he would say, coming right up. Only he says, coming right up. And he would go get that and then bring it over to you, and then you had to pretend to eat it. And if you so much as put your mouth on it, literally like you were going to put it in your mouth, he'd go, it's not real. Romelda, what's wrong with your phone? You need to get a new one like Jimmy did. So I never got to talk to you guys that weren't here. What did you think of the wedding? I've got to go back and watch it a little bit, and the whole thing where we didn't have the music behind everything frustrates the heck out of me. I wish I would have known. And I know Jen eventually, someday, is planning to is planning to make a video after everything. I mean, put together like a montage video where you'll be able to hear everything. That's her plan. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. You know, we were talking about Christmas music and the withdrawal symptoms you might be happening or going through. What about people who are frustrated because they might still be hearing Christmas music after the holidays? We'll take care of that after Jason Aldean on KIX. Didn't think I was ever going to get that out. Too much to say. Not enough time. Naked in my bed. Yeah, I'm Jimmy, in response to that, I'm sorry that I didn't notice. And I've gone back and watched the video. And so you could hear me. Luckily, we have a recording of the song. So we're going to be able to put that under the video, you know, when she does that whole montage and everything. What happened to her toe? What happened to her toe? I didn't hear anything about her toe. Fill me in. What I missed? Oh, Megan, you didn't have to do that. Here we go. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 737. Jen's got the week off this week, of course, but we'll give you a look at 4 states news and weather in just 26 minutes. Tell you about the slight chance of snow flurries in the forecast. I wouldn't worry about it. It's nothing like the blizzard conditions that they're experiencing in Nebraska and northern Kansas and other parts of the Midwest today. Also, in the next hour, we're going to be talking about, now that Christmas is over, when is the right time, at least for you, to take down your Christmas decorations? When your family take down your Christmas decorations. Of course, if you've got a real tree, that probably plays into the whole equation. But Christmas is over, which might be a little frustrating to some people who are still experiencing holiday music in some places. You're like, why are they playing Christmas songs? Christmas is over. And for those of you that are experiencing that frustration, you're not likely to get an apology from the people still playing Christmas music. So we thought we'd have Mr. Morgan Freeman do it for them.
Hello, I am Christmas music. I'd like to sincerely apologize for still being in the background at every grocery store, gas station, and doctor's office. The last of the Christmas carols should be heard on December 25th, maybe the 26th. But sadly, that is not the case. I'm sorry your mother will keep Michael Bublé's Christmas album on repeat, way past its expiration date, much like the fruitcake in her refrigerator. I deeply regret that I started playing Thanksgiving week and will be around till mid-January. It's very selfish of me to loiter like your toxic ex who will not stop calling. Well, I'm off to deck the halls for a few more weeks. I'll see you next November. Apologetically yours, Christmas music.
After the holidays. She dropped a weight on her foot. Oh, my gosh. And while it's not a serious injury, I mean, it is a frustrating one. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Our phone call with Santa Claus is coming up next. Oh, here we go, guys. Yeah, we got him. Oh, my gosh. Stupid Facebook. So the next holiday, well, you got New Year's and then Valentine's Day and then St. Patty's Day, President's Day. I guess that's what we do, Jimmy. We always keep our tree and decorations up until New Year's Day. My wife usually gets a wild hair and takes it all down on New Year's Day. So I'm sure that's what will happen again. But for people who do have real trees, and if you've had it up, since after Thanksgiving, it's becoming a fire hazard and dangerous. So that's what we're going to be talking about in the next hour is when do you take down your Christmas decorations. I wish our fireplace was working. We had a valve on our pilot light, so we got a gas log in our fireplace, and the pilot light has there's a valve on it that lets the little bit of propane go through that keeps it lit. Does not work anymore. It's either clogged or it's worn out or whatever. So I did, Jimmy. I know I did. In spite of all my working out, it's impossible. There's all this stuff in front of you all the time. How are you supposed to keep the weight off? I am way, 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 way overweight. I mean, I know I'm not obese or anything. Yeah, but I am about 20 pounds more than what I'm used to being. And not happy about it. Because my goal was to lose weight before I went to Mexico, bathing suit and everything. But I will say this, in spite of that, because I've been working out so much, it's not flab, just I weigh more than I want to. Thermocouple. That's what it is, Megan. It's a thermocouple on the pilot light. And I don't know how to replace it. So it has been out all winter long, and I really, really miss our fireplace. Something just comforting about having a fire like that. All right. KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country morning KIX. Here's Cody Johnson on KIX 102.5. Most obnoxious part of having propane heaters. You sound like you know, Megan. You know how to change a thermocouple? I mean, you're supposed to be HVAC certified and all that stuff to mess with any of that. I know. But, I mean, realistically, if you're going to call a technician out, then you're going to pay at least You're going to pay at least the $80 service call and then whatever the part is. Okay, so I'm going to talk with Santa Claus next. Morning, Tiffany. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen. Jen's got the week off, of course. We'll take a look at 4 states news and weather in just 11 minutes. And in the next hour, we're going to be asking when is the right time, at least for your family, to take down your Christmas decorations now that Christmas is over. 623-1025 to tell us that, or you can tell us on Facebook. So now that Christmas is over, of course, every year we get to talk to the big guy himself to find out how he thinks it all went. And that's the big question. How did 2023's Christmas go for Santa? So luckily we've got him with an interview today. Good morning, Santa.
Merry whatever. I'm on vacation for the next 11 and a half months.
Yeah, you deserve it, Santa. You know, I know you've worked very hard on Christmas
You
Eve.
ain't kidding. Oh, that coal is stinking heavy.
Coal? You had...
What do you got, tinsel in your ears? Coal! Pay attention to the news. Everybody's been bad. The naughty list used up all the ink in my printer.
Yeah, I know there has been a lot of bad behavior this year, so you probably had a lot
I
of that.
delivered a lot of coal to radio stations, that's for sure.
Radio stations? For what?
For playing Christmas music before Thanksgiving. You know who you are.
Yeah, well, it wasn't us. So how's your reindeer holding up after the big night that you had to
Oh, they're a bunch of prima donnas. The fame has gone to their heads. Rudolph wants a new, low-energy, low-impact LED nose cone. How pretentious.
Wow, the red-nosed reindeer has gone green, sounds like.
Yes, and all the rest of them want to get into acting. They all want to land a role on Game of Thrones.
I don't think that's likely to happen. So do you have any advice for us for
Yes,
next Christmas?
they'd rather be slaying a dragon instead of dragging a sleigh.
Great, Santa. Do you have any advice for us all for next Christmas? For the next season?
Yes, whatever you do, don't leave me vegan cookies and almond milk.
Yeah.
That stuff tastes like reindeer poop.
Well, we'll try to keep that in mind, Santa.
Listen, I gotta go lay down and take a 7-month nap. But I'll leave you with one bit of advice.
What's that?
Never catch snowflakes on your tongue until all the Canadian geese have flown south.
Thanks very much, Santa. Always great to get to talk to the big guy. I can't believe there's no endorsements today. Let me see that. Hold on.
Yes, and all the rest. Yes. Yes, whatever you...
Reindeer poop. Yep. Normal music on your birthday 2 days before Christmas, right? Where the $80 ours is a minimum $90 to come out, blow some air on it, and say, "Yep, needs a new thermocouple," and install the new one. Yeah, not there. 20 minutes. They usually have a thermocouple unless they have to get a strain-sized one. So we just been putting it off. We had way too many other things to pay for. So when do you take down your decorations? That's next. I got a call from Dave earlier that's kind of funny. He had to go to work, but we did get at least a little bit from him. Tiffany said the snow came down for about 5 minutes here. Where is that, Tiffany? We never saw any, at least at my house in Joplin. So where were you seeing snow? Oh, crud, we should have gone. We'll be a little late. It'll be all right. Squirrel dandruff? Yeah, it might have been. Parsons. Yeah, that's far enough up there, I guess. I mean, northern Kansas is really getting it bad. They had 2 inches fall in an hour in parts of northern Kansas up near Wichita. That's a lot of snowfall. They can keep it all up there. I'm in no hurry for that to make its way down here. Well, let's do it after. I mean, like late January would be all right, Megan. All right, here we go with the news. Yeah, I heard about this. The guy that committed suicide by police yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, Christmas Eve. Yeah, Merry Christmas. Going to see that chance of sprinkles mixed with flurries, depending on where you are, continue throughout the day with highs around 43. Chance of snow in the overnight tonight could be mixed with rain with lows around 30. And then another chance of snow on Wednesday. That'll be ending early on Wednesday night with highs around the mid-30s and lows around the upper 20s. Thursday will be partly sunny with highs near 41. KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is showing heavy clouds over the 4 states. It's 28 in Neosho, 30 in Pittsburgh, and 30 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app. Okay, so now that Christmas is over and we're looking ahead to the new year, we're wanting to know when is the right time to take down your holiday decorations, your Christmas decorations, at least for you and your family. Not that there's any pre-designated time that's all perfect for everyone, but when is the right time for you to take down yours? 623-1025 to text or tell us, or you can tell us on Facebook. Here's Blake Shelton on the 4 states #1 for country, KIX 102.5. Okay. No snow, Jimmy. Wade through all the emojis. What, Megan? You keep your teddy bears in a coffin? Of course you do. Why am I not surprised by that? Just weird, Jimmy. So, did anybody watch the Willie Nelson documentary that's on Paramount? If you didn't, and you don't want to have to go through it, but you want to know the high points of it, I will tell you. But if you are wanting to watch it and don't want those surprises, then plug your ears. It is revealed during the documentary that during a fight with his first wife, he was stabbed in his side with a fork, had to be hospitalized for that. He had multiple suicide attempts in his drinking days back in the 60s. His then wife, Shirley Cawley, learned that he had had an affair when she got a hospital bill for the birth of his mistress's baby. His son, Billy, saved his sister, Paula, from a house fire. Willie, meanwhile, ran into the house and rescued his beloved Gar Trigger and a bag of Primo Colombian pot. Yep. He once got in a shootout with his daughter's ex-husband. Had to have his lung inflated 3 times after it collapsed during a vacation in Hawaii back in the 80s. He learned he owed $32 million in income taxes to the IRS in 1990. Most of us know that thanks to a bad business manager. But he did not file for bankruptcy and ended up paying it off over the years. Crazy, crazy lives of celebrities, right? Here we go. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen. Jen's got the week off this week. We'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 14 minutes. But today, we're wanting to know, now that Christmas is over, when is the right time for you and your family to take down your Christmas decorations? Not that there is any perfect time, but when is the right time for you? You can text or tell us at 623-1025, or you can tell us on Facebook. When is the right time to take down your Christmas decorations? Here's Thomas Rhett and Riley Green on KIX 102.5. Crazy, crazy stories on there. So I've been saving this for Oh No You Didn't News too. But it's a insane story from out of the Philippines. And I don't think Jen probably told you about it. I think we just got it this weekend. But this Filipino guy, was riding his motorcycle last Wednesday through the Antiquera in the Philippines when he found a 10-foot boa constrictor blocking his path. So he stopped, waiting for the snake to go by. First mistake. Should have run that thing over 2 or 3 times. But instead, it slithered towards him and sank its teeth into his arm as it wrapped itself around his waist. So he thought that his only chance to get free was to bite its neck so it would loosen up. He said, I bit it until its skin peeled off. And then when the skin peeled off, I bit on its flesh. It was only then that it loosened. He said, I was able to make it to the nearest house to call for medics. The snake was eaten by the villagers who grilled it over a fire. Wow, this is pretty much how Christmas dinner went at my house yesterday. I don't know. What would your first reaction be if a guy showed up at your front door wrapped up in a snake and said, can I use your phone? Oh, sure, but could you take your shoes off before you come in? The heck? Yeah, it's a crazy story. Yep, nope ropes. Right. Snack on the porch. See, here's the thing though about running over snakes with a motorcycle. Very, 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 very dangerous. I was riding across the desert. We were going to Las Vegas, me and some friends from Los Angeles, and I decided I was going to take my Ninja and ride. It's the only vehicle I had, and I was going to meet them there. Well, I didn't realize they had got behind me and were following right behind me. We had both left the city at about the same time, and we were out there on the interstate. Well, I see this humongous diamondback rattler. I mean, they get ridiculously big in the desert, almost comparable, not quite, to our black snakes. And this thing was probably 5-6 feet long and was across the lane. So it was in the passing lane. So I swerved over to hit it because, of course, kill it is the normal thing you want to do, right? So as I went across it, I downshifted. So it, and chew him up. Well, I felt something, rocks or something fly, hit me in the back or something. We stopped for gas at the one stop that there is between Los Angeles and Vegas. And they were like, we've been trying to get a hold of you and get your attention. You did not realize when you ran over that snake, it threw it right up on your back. So they said when it did, it hit me up in the back and flopped around there for a little bit. Said must have been 5-10 seconds before it finally fell off. They said how you kept from getting bit, we don't know. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number one for country. Morning KIX wanting to know, when is the right time to take down your Christmas decorations? Here's Dustin Lynch on KIX 102.5. So, yeah. I didn't even know it. I thought I'd tossed a little bit of gravel or something. I felt something, thump me on the back. I was wearing my jacket. But that stupid thing had thrown it back up over the back bumper onto my back. And they said, yeah, it was on your back and then on your seat behind you, and it was moving. No, well, I think I killed the snake. It's just, snakes, they continue to live because they're soulless creatures from hell. They continue to live for some time after, like, you chop their heads off or kill them or whatever you do to them. It's always that way. I've forgotten about that. Like, KIX 102.5, the four states, number one for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen. Jen's got the week off, and we'll take a look at the weather forecast in just 5 minutes. But we're talking today about when should you take down your Christmas decorations now that the holiday's pretty much over. I mean, some people wait until after New Year's. If you're one of those that practice the whole 12 days of Christmas thing, I forget what the time frame was on that, but I guess you keep them down for a long time. When is the right time for you, at least, to take down your Christmas decorations?
New Year's Day, while all the guys are watching the football game.
Oh, New Year's Day, I don't even want to think about that. Man, the headache.
That's their problem. The lady never has the hangover like the guys do.
What she's saying is if you have a hangover on New Year's Day, you're not a lady. I guess. When is the right time to take down your Christmas decorations?
Well, I don't have a certain date that I put them up, but we don't take them down until January 6th, which is the 12th day of Christmas.
Right.
And the Epiphany.
Okay, now I can agree with that. There's a tradition behind that, so I can understand that. But anything past that is just wrong.
Unless the 6th falls on like a Monday.
Right.
Because then they're not coming down to the following weekend.
Right. You're not going to take them down. You're not going to do anything on a Monday. Or if a Tuesday is your Monday, like today's Tuesday is, or whatever that all is, when is the right time to take down your Christmas decorations?
Did it yesterday.
See, right there, yesterday. Holiday's over. It's time to get them down.
Yeah.
Take them down. What are you putting off for? Don't procrastinate. When is the right time to take down your Christmas decorations? That's what we're wanting to know, and you can text or tell us when you think it's right at 623-1025, and then we'll tell you whether you're wrong or not. Or you can tell us on Facebook. It's the four states number one for country. The Epiphany. That's what I was trying to remember what that's called. Oh, boy. Yay, Mark is fixed. Who is Mark? And was he excited? I mean, was this planned to get fixed? See, when you ladies don't understand, if you use the word fixed, it means something usually totally different to guys. So, Mark, I apologize if that happened. Hopefully it wasn't by accident. Hopefully it was something that was intended. But if you got too close to the mousetrap while you were getting ready to take a shower, dude, you should have known better, especially at your age, whoever Mark is. I hope it's a dog. Yeah, me too. So, Bella, you guys know all about her stupid medical condition and everything and the headache that's all been. Well, while we were down at Gina's family, it's inevitable that we go off and leave something. So we went off and left Bella's her bowls, her toy, her leash, and her treats, her prescription treats. So she has none. So bless her heart. Every time she goes outside and goes pee, she comes in, she looks around like, where's my treat? And we're like, yay, you did a great job. Good girl and everything. And she's like, yeah, but the treat, and we can't give her anything else. She cannot have any other type of food than this. So we try to give her, some of her basic prescription food. And she's like, but no, this isn't right. Prayed to Bob Barker. Thank you, Megan. Let's all bow our heads for a moment and remember Mark's fixies. Such that they were. Oh, boy. It's going to be a weird week. I know that. Please, Bob Barker. This is why we can't have nice things or wrinkly things or, can't have things. No, they don't, Megan. No, they don't. They get the spray and that's it. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Want to know when's the right time to take down your Christmas decorations? Here's Jordan Davis on KIX 102.5. All right. Got that taken care of. So I've got to get everything ready today because on New Year's Day, I will be here at the very beginning of the show, but we won't be doing a live video that day. Instead, we've got a special show that's going to be happening. For the first time, Megan Maroney is going to be hosting a show for us. Never had her on before. Sometimes you can never tell with these new artists, so it's good to try them out on holidays like that to see how they're going to be. But she's going to be hosting a look ahead to 2024, talking about all the upcoming concerts, going to have interviews with a lot of people who have big tours planned for 2024. Should be interesting. Could be a disaster. We won't know until it happens. But I've got to get that all ready. And then next week will be another big busy week because I've got to start getting everything ready for the week while I'm gone. So I have to do double everything. Double all the scheduling for KIX. Double all my stuff that I do contract work. Everything's got to be done ahead of time. So it's like 2 weeks worth of work in 1 week just to be able to take off. Which I guess you get what you pay for, right? KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Morning KIX, 8:35. It's going to be cloudy today and that chance of slight chance of sprinkles mixed with snow flurries will continue throughout the day. Got the Morning KIX takeover getting ready to start in just 15 minutes, so you still got time to get on the KIX app and make your song picks before we start playing it back for you at 8:50. But we're talking today about when is the right time to take down your Christmas decorations. Now that Christmas is over, when is the right time to take those down? 623-1025 to text or tell us, or you can tell us on Facebook. When's the right time to take down your Christmas decorations?
I haven't had time to take down the Christmas tree in about 30 years.
So it's been up for 30 years?
Yes, sir.
Well, you just kind of dust the thing?
Yeah, we call it the Thanksgiving tree, the Christmas tree.
The
New
Easter
Year's
tree, the Independence Day tree.
That's right.
I'm hoping it's not a live tree or a real one.
No.
No, and there might be maybe 2 needles left on that thing. When do you think is the right time to take down your Christmas tree, Dave?
Why are you tormenting her so badly your first day back?
Oh, this is from the guy who sends a group message out early on Christmas morning that blew up everybody's phones for the rest of the day. Oh, when I see you, buddy, thanks a lot. I made the mistake once, apparently, of giving him my personal cell number because, holy cow, I get like 400 messages just blowing
I
up my
completely
phone.
forgot about it did that. I am so sorry. I really am.
Group message, the most obnoxious thing you can do on a cell phone, in my opinion.
Hey, there's a topic for discussion next
The
time.
most obnoxious thing you can do. Group messages will win all the time. and Dave would know. So what do you think is the right time to take down your Christmas decorations is what we're talking about. So tell us yours at 623-1025, or you can text us there, or you can tell us on Facebook. It's the 4 states #1 for country, KIX 102.5. Okay. Snowmobile. So tomorrow on the big show, we are going to be talking about. Hold on, pull it up. We're going to be talking about the craziest thing you ever came home to. So especially for everyone who might be traveling over the holidays. Hopefully they don't come home to anything crazy, but the craziest thing you ever came home to. I remember coming home. Text T-Mac. I remember coming home one time, and before the tornado, we had a big driveway that just went straight down to the street before the whole big S-curve ridiculousness that the city of Joplin gave us. But that I see water just cascading down that from out of the garage, and I'm like, and apparently right after we had left, one of the washing machine hoses had burst. Just, I guess they do that because they don't make them worth a thing anymore. And so it had just flooded that part of the house the whole time we were gone. So we had to have what's their faces, the cleanup people, come and take care of everything. And they ran those stupid air vacuums for like a week and a half, drying out the floors. And it worked. They worked, but man, took forever. Service master. Yeah. So if anything crazy has ever happened to you, or you ever came home to anything just insane, especially if you have kids that you were ever foolish enough to leave home alone, oh my gosh. I got to say, that's never been an issue for me, thankfully. But I could imagine the mess you could have. Morning, Floyd. About time you got here. I'm always nervous. I mean, we go away for 1 or 2 days, and I'm always nervous coming back through the doors because I just know I always am anticipating some disaster happening. we go. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Want to know when is the right time to take down your Christmas decorations? Here's Gabby Barrett on KIX 102.5. All right, guys, I am going to have to tell you what, since we're getting so close anyway, I've got to run to the bathroom. I'm not going to make it through the next break. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap stuff up and tell you tomorrow we are going to be talking about the craziest thing you ever came home to. What? Oh, I screwed up today. I got it. And we're going to be celebrating your old Christmas trees tomorrow, too. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. Also, big news about the Mega Millions drawing that's going to be happening tomorrow night. It's getting pretty big. So, have a great rest of your day. Bye.